friends, welcome to this little flip through. This was a pre-made watercolor sketchbook that I bought off of Amazon. It has cold press watercolor paper in it, and it was really a delight to work in. I started on September 6, 2023 and finished it up January 19th, 24. The hashtag is MDG Sketchbook on Instagram if you want to go check that out. Anyway, I always have a hard time starting books, and so I just took some sketches and some notes. I really love this cold press paper in this book. It was really a lot of fun to work with. I really wanted to try something different with this book, so I really did treat it like a sketchbook in a much more sketchbook way as opposed to art journal. There is some art journaling in it, but mostly it's just a sketchbook. So I also had a pretty set group of colors that I used a lot. I've been working on some drawing, and so I have a couple of bins that look like this. And so these are what I've been pulling out of. This pencil right here, which is a variegated, for lack of a better term, that's what this mark is made with right here. I also, this right here probably has, I think this is some Neo colors on it, some pencil, some Sumi ink, just some pen. This kind of rose gold was a paint pen. So yeah, just a whole variety of things, and I just keep these on my desk and work out of them. I end up with a lot of flowers kind of accidentally. I don't mean to, it just happens. This is the process video, that's the top. I linked in my Instagram, it's on my blog page about this. So if you go to my Instagram account, you can see me making this page. I don't know if you can see the kind of, it looks like highlighter pen, and it probably is, but it's actually a pen, and I love the way it makes lines. I've used it a lot in this book. Some collage, again, Sumi ink, pencil, that black crink marker, some big scribbles. This gold paper here. This was spray paint. I put a little stencil down and spray painted over the top of it. I love to use spray paint, but I can't use it in the house because it's so stinky. Every once in a while, though, I'll sneak outside with my book and spray paint something. And that's another spray paint. This is watercolor. I drew the Sumi ink black line and then added in around it the marker, the watercolor, and then the pen marks. Kind of a variation on this, slightly different colors, but and a gold pen as opposed to the kind of rose gold color, bronzy color. More drawing. Some swatching. I did a lot of swatching in this book, much more than I normally do. These are really fun crayons that I got. They're actually kids' crayons, but whew, they're good to, they're like buttery, really yummy. My table's really squeaky, sorry if that comes through. Again, some drawing. So, you know, I see people drawing, of course on Instagram, you see people doing all kinds of drawing. And so this is a page where I sort of looked at what other people had done and tried to sort of reproduce it in the way that I would do it. And, you know, with varying amounts of success. It's hard for me because when I pull from other people's drawing, even though I kind of make it look like my own, it still feels like somebody else because it's not stuff I do naturally. So I have to really practice with stuff. This is much more, this line work even though this shape was very off of somebody else's page, this line work really feels more like me than these flowers do. But even still, like, that is not something I would start out doing, but it looks really cool. And when they do it, it's, of course, fabulous. This book really allows for a lot of space, and I tend to kind of do that anyway. So there's, you've got this, this big space to traverse in the middle. These drawings, I wanted to grid off and just like play, and so I just used masking tape, and I have a bright pink, which is is a little bit distracting when you're doing these little squares, but it also really delineates it very well. And so I played in all the squares at once, and did a bunch of work, and then I untaped it and went back in and kind of added some more to balance things out. So these are just little tiny sketches, and I enjoy them. This page is the same idea, but there's fewer on the page. I didn't mark up the page quite in the same way, and like these really lend themselves to some landscapes. And again, trying to do some drawing, some line work, something that doesn't feel very comfortable to me, but that certainly gets better with practice, as in all things. I also started taking some notes at the bottom just so I would remember what kind of felt comfortable and what bumped me. And these are really landscapey, very much more so certainly than this set, and even more so than this set, I think. And then these just turned into colors, and I used a blacker pen because these were really wet when I finished, and so the pen that I was using here to make the outline wouldn't work here, so I used a big marker. And even that, like, I like these little bits that came through, and then of course that's from this page that went through. This was something that I laid down some background work for, and it was really hideous, so ended up covering it up with black, which a black page with some color on it, I always love black and pink together, and it just really stands out. Coming towards the end now. This was actually yesterday. I did this page, no, maybe that was 2 days ago, and then this page and this page I did yesterday. So this week we're here, and then yesterday, and yesterday. And that is the end. Thanks for coming and seeing my book.